Once we just got some brand new updates. We'll look at a few of those, including some console information, a potential release date, and a timeline that we could see. And that'll include some official and some unofficial speculations. That also does include a shop refresh for today, and even some future sneak peeks, as well as a whole bunch more. What's up, World Utopia here, back in with another video. Today we're checking out all things Once Human. So first off here, Once Human also did have an official patch, or at least an official hotfix, where they did detail some improvements. And there was a few impacted areas like raid zone, PvE section, custom servers, and even iOS or mobile. So for gameplay enhancements, they have added a vehicle lock countdown. They've also removed an ability for a hotkey bug. Essentially, deviation skills can't be reactivated after deletion. There's also a wall construction fix for buildings to be more reliable. Next up here was a section for combat and skills. This one does specifically apply to raid zone, where they have corrected the damage with the Pyrodino battle skill. Critical Pulse has seen a ton of bug fixes, and it got another one here that was with a corrosion bug. And also the Silent Anubis and Hazardous Object now properly damaged deviants. Beastmaster also got a slight overhaul, where previously players weren't able to use a level 60 beast, but now once you hit level 50 you can link a level 60 beast, so this did get a bit of an upgrade. The trait fusion now works for Fire Trap, Frostborn, Thunder, and Stardust Lord. The AI also got fixed for where partner pets will now auto-teleport to a player if they're stuck. They now also reliably move through doors. And there was quite a massive issue here. If your beast actually did defeat a great one or a boss, you essentially didn't receive the rewards there. Now, even if they get the last hit on them, you do actually get those rewards. There was a few additional fixes here like server login stability, data error bugs, and even some UI sign-up bug fixes, which does also include some UI visual and polish. This one does specifically pertain to iOS, where territory cosmetics weren't appearing, now they're correctly displayed. Animal chat bubbles have now been fixed and the visual restored, and they made some color adjustments for the Heatstorm and Stardust Mayfly skins. That was the July 22nd hotfix and patch. Moving along here, we actually do have some additional information and updates regarding the console version. Now, if you haven't seen already, they dropped a bunch of announcements for it in the beginning of July. They also do have a new section on the main website, where it even showcases the console version in the top left. And as you can see here, it says the console version add to the wishlist now, Xbox Series X and S, as well as PS5. So it is coming to both platforms. And they are still targeting the 2026 release year, but there's a few additional mentionables here. So these were some of the post-trailer highlights. There is of course going to be cross-progression from PC to console to mobile. They also do have it listed at 4K output, but I'm sure there will be performance modes that you can select. Surprisingly, it does say that keyboard and mouse is supported. That is under the Xbox Store feature tag. PS5 will probably also support DualSense haptics. Currently that was found in the PlayStation product metadata. They also do mention that it is supported up to 100 players, which usually you're not going to see more than 30, 40, maybe 50 at a time anyways. Now you might be asking, what exactly is next? When are we going to see this timeline-wise? And on top of that, when is the next official update going to be? Well, this does break down a little bit of the timeline that we can go over. So for some of the launch windows here, or even what we're going to see for the next information, Gamescom 2025, which is August 21st to the 25th, that could be where we see the first public gameplay and hands-on press sessions. The devs actually did tell Gaming Bolt that they're near completion, and that even previews for them will arrive sometime soon. Also, a pretty substantial point here is that NetEase traditionally does get floor space every year for Gamescom, whether it's for Naraka, Marvel Rivals, and so more than likely NetEase is going to book space again there. After some potential reveals at Gamescom, with Q4 2025, we could see some closed preview builds and even creator capture events. This is also from Gaming Bolt and some dev quotes, where closed previews typically follow 6 to 8 weeks after the public demo. For Q1 2026, we could see the rating boards being filed. Those currently have not been set up yet. This doesn't apply to PC games, but console releases cannot ship without ratings. Listings usually pop up around 3 to 4 months pre-launch. So really before anything, checking the ESRB ratings or any PEGI info, that will kind of give us the best clue onto when the launch actually is, which is seemingly going to be potentially mid-2026. Once those ratings clear through, we'll potentially get a release date. Again, potentially 3 to 4 months after those ratings actually do go through all the way. So we are still a bit a ways out until the console release actually does happen, but I would say between Q1 and mid-2026. And just to retrack on Gamescom there, last year we actually did get an announcement 5 weeks prior to the show which landed on July 17th, 2024. So we could potentially see any day now a confirmation that they'll be there, at least between now and August 20th. We'll have to wait and see though, nothing official has come out just yet. Moving on though, we did get a July 23rd shop update that included the Speed Mania theme pack and Blazing Speed set. We did get a bit of a teaser here for the Blazing Speed set, and it actually does have some color changes here when it becomes nighttime. There's some really cool features there. It has some additional animations with it as well. On top of that, we got a few other things here like the makeup preset, Night Crevice, the new Sweetheart emote, as well as a Cradle Charm called Free Pass. And there's also a furniture pack with this one. That one is called the Chrono Wash, which does have some bathroom equipment here. And then two last ones here with the Frost Smoke top and the Rose style bottom. They are also launching a brand new loot crate. This one is being called the Golden Surge, and I do think this one is going to be kind of massive. It does have a new vehicle skin here, and this one is pretty insane. So for all you that did miss out on the GTR, this one might be a fair replacement. Again, they did have some teaser imagery here as well as a teaser GIF. And there's some additional Lightforge loot crate items in this one, with some new furniture packs tied with it, and even a mermaid statue. And they are sort of encapsulating this into a summer party invitation, where they do say it is coming soon at the end of July. So do watch out for that one, and if I have any more intel or more information before this releases, I will be sure to let you guys know. We have a few other last minute mentionables here. This first one, if you haven't seen, Raid Zone does officially launch on July 30th, so it is no longer considered in early access. And I'm sure they're prepping more servers for them. So if you were wanting to wait to transfer to a new server, more than likely I would wait for that 1.0 release, as they'll probably have some additional hotfix and bug fixes there, as well as maybe even some additional content with it. And I do believe they're going to make Raid Zone into a standalone client. We'll have to wait and see on that, again, if there is anything or how you would transfer your Raid Zone characters to that, or even how you would move a character if it's just going to be new characters. Again, the full details there are a little bit murky. Hopefully we do get something sometime soon. Although to kind of piggyback onto that, they do have a new questionnaire here for the Raid Zone main icon preference. So it does look like they will be still trying to make it into a standalone client. This icon might lead to further designs, including cosmetics, constructions, characters, and weapons. They have had a few of these in place. Some of these actually do look like they could be desktop icons as well. So we'll have to wait and see on everything. I will include a link to the Google Doc if you want to check it out, and fill out the questionnaire with your preference. Overall, it should be all covered for today's video. If you enjoyed it, like, and subscribe, and until the next one. Deuce!